Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Writer's Room. Today we're going to talk to Yao, who is a Ghanaian from originally Kumasi, I believe, and is currently living in Accra. And he has released a dictionary, an English tree dictionary, and going to tell us a little bit about that. So you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Yao?
Yeah, thank you very much. My name in my passport is Stephen Awiba, but I was born on a Thursday, so in the Akan culture, like the day that you're born, you also have a name that we call a soul name. So I was born on a Thursday, being male, I'm called Yao. That is how come everybody calls me Yao. So, like Martha, you said, I was born in Kumasi. I grew up in Kumasi. I moved to Accra in 2008. And yeah, I schooled at the University of Ghana and then did my master's in Norway for 2 years. And I returned home and started this LearnAkan project. So that's just me.
So how did you decide to do a dictionary? Did you see a need for it, or it just was an interest of yours?
Yeah, back in Norway, this interest came when I was in Norway, so I saw how the Norwegian language, how they were pushing it, even though their population is that small. And when you go online to check for, a word in Chi, it's really a struggle. No entry, no Google Translate doesn't have Chi, and I wondered why. So I approached a friend who was doing programming, and I wanted to partner with the friend to come up with like an app or something like Google Translate, something like an app to do the translation. And the friend said, no, you don't want to do this. That he was part of the team that started the Google Translate project, and it took years for them to even get to that, what he described as, the worst thing that came out. So he said I shouldn't. So I went on to start LearnAkan, and then still, like trying to get references, you'd have to resort to the Bible, and it's not everything that you find in the Bible. So I thought I will start this, put my head together, and see what I can do. So that's the motivation. This is how it came out.
Okay, so how has it been going for you? Have you found some success, or is it what have some of the problems been to get it going?
Yes, so far it's been received well on Amazon and on the site learnakan.com. It's been received well, but I think there's more to be done with this. This was supposed, when I put it out, I stated that this was supposed to be like an ongoing project so that every year I keep updating it, because definitely there will be some mistakes and there are words that are not also in there. So as time goes on, I'll be updating it. So far so good, but we can do better.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the LearnAkan site that people can sign up for.
Yes, LearnAkan is supposed to be a free project because the intention behind this is to get this language, our language, to as many people as possible around the world, because I think it's a very popular language. If you come to Ghana, 47.5% of the population of like 30 million, so it's like almost half, the language is native to them. We are not even talking about, those who use it as a second language. So I think if we push it well and it gets out there, we'll end up having a lot of resources online that will help, learners from all over the world. So that is why I started the LearnAkan project. And along the line, I had, people requesting that they have this one-on-one sessions. I started it, but it didn't go well because, it takes quite a lot of time and energy doing one-on-one. So I had to stop. And then still try and come up with something that will help people. So we started the LearnAkan Fluency Club. Initially, as group tutorials. So you come to class, we use Zoom. So we come to class and then I teach live. But later on, I figured that was a waste of time because everything that I was teaching, if you missed the class, then you would have to come maybe later. So I thought of ways to, put all that together as maybe a course where people can just come in and go through quickly. So that is how come the site LearnAkanFluencyClub.com was born, and it's been running since I think August last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you accomplished things that you want to have accomplished, or do you feel like there's some areas where you're just not satisfied?
Yes, I haven't accomplished. I don't think I'll ever be accomplished in this regard. There's quite a lot that I want to do, but it's just me. So for the Fluency Club, what the immediate one that I'm looking out for is how to incorporate the practice bit with, native speakers, hopefully. And yes, that is what I'm trying to figure out because I think that would be a game changer. What we have thus far, you have the course, which will take you, if you are serious, it will take you through all the foundations, everything like the grammar, things that even native speakers here don't know. You are gonna, familiar, but still for the speaking aspect, you need practice. And again, it's just me. So I'm trying to see how I can bring in native speakers to take care of that. Yeah.
Okay, I think one of the things that's kind of surprised me, and I'm part of the LearnAkan Fluency Club, so full disclosure on that, is that when people who have family members from Ghana who speak Tree, that they're not necessarily willing to help out the family members who don't speak it, and that seems kind of odd to me, but I guess it's not a priority maybe for some people. So I don't know, it just seemed kind of odd to me that like you have this family you could be speaking with and they're like, but I'd rather talk to you in English. And they don't get that kind of help where they have people right there and I don't, so it's like, in a way I envy you because you could be speaking with someone, but now they won't talk to you in that language. It seems odd.
Yeah. That side though, there are two sides to it. So you wondering why they will not speak to them. There are two sides to that. So the side of, it being easier for most people to speak in the language that they are used to. I mean, and also the fact that when you are speaking with someone who doesn't speak the language, it's very difficult. So it's not everybody who is as patient to go through with that. But there are also those who feel you are just, why do you want to learn the language in the first place? Because when you come to Ghana, a lot of people speak English, so why do you want to? But that is also one of the perceptions that I want to change, the mindset. So yeah, still comes down to finding native speakers to talk to, maybe, worry them every time and get the most out of them.
So, I mean, some people are pushing, I guess, Tree besides you, and you have like a Kuma Wood industry, right? So movies are coming out in Tree and television shows and things. So
Yeah.
Some people are putting the language out there.
Yes. Kuma Wood, even music. So like our biggest act now, Sarkodie, he speaks good English, I mean, per the Ghana standards, but he prefers to rap in Chi and all that. So yeah, we'll get there.
And we have fun in the classes too, I think, because you all speak British English over there. And we have a lot of fun when the Americans and the British don't agree on things. So,
Yeah.
That's often amusing. We had to teach you how counterclockwise one day.
I just heard patent, something like that, and we say patent.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if it's Churchill or Shaw. Both are credited with saying, that the British and the Americans are two countries separated by the same language. So
Yeah.
we disagree on a lot of things on that. But so what are the next steps for the LearnAkan Fluency Club? Is it just trying to find the native speakers, or are there other things you want to get on there?
Yes. So yes, we have that, trying to get native speakers on board, and also the latest one is to start a second YouTube channel solely on practice, because you are a member, so you know how the courses are arranged, so that every week the lessons that you do, there is a task, a speaking task on it, and then you get to speak to your speaking partner in your private group. But I think because the tasks are on the theme of that week, there's so much you have to do at a go. So you go to the group and then you have to talk maybe about the weather. So you go on and on and on. But sometimes the little things make the most significant. So I want to start a YouTube channel. It's almost set up, where we are going to just speak cheap, and it doesn't have to be anything like extensive. You're not speaking maybe 30 minutes or even 10 minutes or anything. It's just little things to test out on what we learn. It's not just going to be for us, but mainly us, so that if I wake up in the morning, I could just say, for example, Medin de Yao, Mifri Ghana, now where, and then you also, respond to those questions and then put it out there. I think that would draw in the native speakers as well. When they see foreigners trying, they'll come in and maybe try to correct you and all that. So yeah, that's also another thing I'm looking at. Yeah.
Okay. So that YouTube channel will be launching soon then.
Yes, very soon.
And
It
on the
was,
other YouTube channel, you have like the tutorials.
yes, exactly. I contemplated on, combining both, but I thought, no, that's a bad idea, because people come here to learn. So yes, you don't have to mix it up. So we are starting this solely for practice. Yeah.
Okay. Have you been surprised by the like the kind of people who showed to be part of the class, or I mean, is it like more foreigners than you thought it would be, or fewer, or I don't know, how do you see its reach been? Has it surprised you, or just what you thought it might be?
Not really. I'm not surprised, because I mean, it's mostly Americans, and YouTube and Google Analytics overall tells me that the biggest part of my audience are coming from the US already. So I knew it was going to be from the States, but the specifics. So for example, there have even been members of the club who have asked me why are, Martha and this person learning Chi, because they want to know why, a white person is learning Chi. So yeah, but it's language. Language is, everybody, it's a universal thing. So maybe that side, but it doesn't surprise me. I think it surprises others who think it was going to be just maybe Ghanaians. Yeah.
Okay. Are there any other things you'd like to talk about with your channel?
Yes. So, so I also just took delivery of a new camera, because this one was bugging me. This one was just, it doesn't have autofocus. So how I set it up, and I work alone. So how I set it up, you have to make sure you're in focus, and then go back and forth, and it takes out, all the energy. So I just got a new one. That is why the LearnAkan channel has been on hold for a while, because I've been using this camera to shoot the Fluency Club videos. So now I'm going back to YouTube, because like I said, the the whole idea is to get the language out there for free. So the Fluency Club, for instance, what is there? It's the resource that we are paying for. But what is there? The lessons and everything shouldn't be exclusive. Everything there is actually also going to LearnAkan.com. So now we are going back, but YouTube is like a snappy site. People don't have time to consume like lengthy videos over there. So you break this down and make it small chunks so that people, go through. So yes, we are going back to the LearnAkan channel, so you should be seeing a lot of videos coming up there as well. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you again later in the week for another Writers Room. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.